Hey folks, all doing? Hero of None here with your Mundus Minute on January 7th, 2022. ESO news, Luxury Merchant, and Golden Merchant stuff, all in a few minutes. So first up in the news. Well, if you're paying attention to Twitter or YouTube this week, you should see that Bethesda has dropped a new hint at the next year of content from Elder Scrolls Online. And we're going to have a global reveal event on twitch.tv Bethesda on January 27th at 12 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. EST, or 8 p.m. GMT. If you took a look at the teaser they gave already, you can see that we're sailing across the waters to some unknown location, and we have no clue what it is. My guess is probably old Yokuda, given the fact it's heading out to the west. You take a look at the map, and it kind of looks like the old map from Yokuda as well. And it kind of coincides with what Rich Lambert had in his letter earlier this year, mainly that he said that we're going to have a deep dive on a playable race that we have not had in a while. And Redguard's kind of fit the bill for that. There's a lot of stuff to take in from that trailer. The architecture is interestingly a little bit Imperial. And it also has the three banners as the background, kind of indicating maybe a PvP update. But we don't really know. We'll know more on January 27th when the reveal happens. So tune in to twitch.tv Bethesda during that time. I'll leave a link down below. Also, we'll get a barnacle-backed coral crab pet for watching. So make sure to tune in. Also, in the news, the January showcase is out there on ElderScrollsOnline.com. I'll leave a link down below. A few interesting items that are going to be put on sale. They're going to have an ESO Plus deal for a Baron Zadorus Triumphs painting, a Baron Zadorus arms pack, a few new motifs, and a Daedric artifact for Jagorath, which I cannot pronounce, but it's his fork, basically. Anyway, take a look at that. Hopefully you'll find something you want. Let's take a look at the Luxury Merchant and the Golden Merchant for this week. So, on sale this week, we have Carcasses game, a full crocodile skeleton, which is actually pretty cool, Gearhead, Echitar, Titan Skull, Colossal, which I think is pretty cool, and since we have Fargrave as part of our DLC now, I guess they're going to be doing some bones for this now. I think the Fargrave and the Titan Skull are probably the best out of all of these, but if you want just some general game as well, this would be a good time to stop by the Luxury Merchant. Also, I think the crocodile is pretty cool too. Now, on the Golden Merchant for this week, Undertaker's Ring. I do not recommend this. You can get this easily out of elsewhere, and you can also buy it. The effect here, giving minor lifesteal, is not going to be buffed up if we're getting it at gold quality. Just get it at blue or purple quality. It's going to be the same, and the effects are not that much different for the stats. Also for 150k, the Witch King's Ring, which on its 5-piece bonus increases your weapon damage and spell damage by 369 against enemies afflicted with poison damage effects. Interesting, but you have other abilities out there, or sorry, other sets out there that give you much more weapon damage and spell damage. For 250k, you can get Iron Blood Ring, which on the 5-piece, when you take damage, you have a 10% chance to turn your blood into pure iron for 10 seconds, reducing damage you take by 30%, but your movement speed is reduced by 50%. That can occur once every 15 seconds. This is an interesting set. The fact that you're taking reduced damage is not minor or major protection means that it can stack. It does reduce your movement speed. You might be able to use something like Snow Treaders. Well, no, you can't use Snow Treaders with this because it does not apply a snare or an immobilize. This just simply takes a flat 50% for your movement speed. Maybe you'd be able to use something like gap closers or teleports instead. But yeah, this is an interesting set for tanks. I would probably recommend this more for PvP than PvE. The gold version of this, though, might be overkill. You can probably just run the dungeon. But if you don't have the dungeon, maybe you want to pick this up, and when an ESO Plus free weekend comes up, you can pick up the rest of the set. And then Ring of the Sergeant, 5-piece bonus, increase your damage with your fully charged heavy attacks by 2,257. Interesting. Up to you if you really want to get it. I'd probably recommend against it. But if you also wanted to get this from Wayrest Sewers, you can do it that way as well. Then for 100k, you can either get Golden Rules Arm Cops or Engine Guardian Arm Cops, but it's easier just to gamble the keys. I'd probably recommend skipping this for this week. Anyway, I'm Hero of None. That's the Mundus Minute. I'll see you all in Tamriel.